FBI has now identified 25-year-old Guy Edward Bartkus as the suspect who detonated a car bomb outside a fertility clinic in Palm Springs, California on Saturday. Authorities say his body was found near the scene of the explosion. I want to bring in CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez, who is in Palm Springs this hour. Andres, we see there is still a crime scene behind you this hour. What's the latest on the investigation there?
Well, Chanel, investigators say the explosives were found inside the vehicle of that 25-year-old, a 2010 Ford Fusion. The assistant director of the FBI Los Angeles field office says that this is the largest bombing in recent history here in Southern California. They did release his photograph because they're asking for the public's help. They know that he arrived here to Palm Springs at 6 a.m. Saturday, but now the explosion itself occurred at 11 a.m. They want to know, what did he do in that time in between? Did he scope out the clinic? Did he put the final touches on the bomb that he ended up detonating? So they're asking businesses and people who live in the area to scour their security cameras to see if they notice anything suspicious, whether it be the vehicle or Mr. Bartkus, the suspect in this case. They also say that they believe that he tried to live stream this attack, and hours after the explosion, law enforcement ended up descending on his neighborhood over at 29 Palms, which is about an hour northeast of Palm Springs. They ended up clearing out the neighborhood as a precaution while they went in. They haven't released details about what they were able to find during the execution of that search warrant. But out here, the debris field was pretty large. The blast itself, according to witnesses I spoke with on Saturday, said they initially felt like it was an earthquake that shook them, but eventually they ended up shattering multiple windows at businesses around the clinic. The front offices of the clinic completely obliterated. Firefighters, though, were able to save the embryos that were in a lab in a separate building at the facility. And so at this point, they are going to continue operations today, serving those clients at a temporary facility elsewhere.
And I know that police are still trying to gather more information and evidence in the investigation, but do we know more, Andres, about what may have motivated the suspect?
Well, agents say that the mentality of this 25-year-old was nihilistic, meaning that he didn't think that life mattered and that people should not bring kids into this world. They did find, again, signs that he was planning to live stream the attack, meaning that he wanted an audience, perhaps spread his message beyond this area. He also, FBI says that they don't have any evidence at this point that he belonged to an extremist group, and so they do believe that he acted alone. We did speak with his father, who says that they haven't talked in more than 10 years, but they did notice a difference once he moved out here to the desert, to that neighborhood out there in 29 Palms. And so it could be that the isolation, his beliefs, this ideology regarding about not parents bringing in kids into this world could have deepened his resentment to those who did want to have families.
Interesting. Okay, lots to follow here. Andres Gutierrez, thank you.